been driving all night, my hands wet on the wheel. There's a voice in my head that drives my heel. It's my baby calling, says I need you here. And it's 4:30 and I'm shifting gear. When she's lonely and the longing gets too much, she says the cable coming in from above. Don't need to bump it up. We've got a thing that's called red eye love. We've got a wave in the air. Red eye love. Forgotten song. Brand new coming on strong. The road has got me hypnotized, and I'm spinning to a new sunrise. When I get lonely and I'm for sure I've had enough, she says the comfort coming in from above. We don't need no letter at all. We've got a thing that's called red eye love. We've got a light in the sky. No more speed, I'm almost there. Gotta keep cool now, gotta take care. Last car to pass, here I go. And the line of cars drove down real slow. And the radio played that forgotten song. Brenda Lee's coming on strong. And the newsman sang his same song. Oh, one more radar lover gone. When I get lonely and I'm sure I've had enough, she says the comfort coming in from above. We don't need no letter at all. We've got a thing that's called red eye love. We've got a light in the sky. We've got a thing that's called red eye love. We've got a thing that's called red eye love.
Welcome everyone to Ice Racing 2003. I'm Michael Kamm, I'll be your host. We're racing with the nation's premier ice racing organization known as the Adirondack Motor Enthusiast Club. You'll see competition on 4 different beautiful upstate New York lakes, and the 2003 season will best be remembered for inclement weather. Of the 8 race days run, 6 of them were run under sleet, rain, snow, freezing rain, or all of the above. And that made for some pretty treacherous driving conditions, particularly for the open cockpit A-class modified drivers who don't have the luxury of heaters or wipers for that matter. Prior to the beginning of this season, I visited several of the racers' shops to get a glimpse of their cars that were being readied for competition, and in some cases new cars that were being built for 2003. So let's get started, and I hope you enjoy the show. We're in Burn Hills, New York today, visiting Glen Watkins' shop. Glen's a longtime AMEC ice racer. He took a few years off and he's coming back this year with a newly built Corvair. We're with Glen Watkins, and Glen's got a long and storied ice racing career. Picked it up from your dad, right, Glen?
Yep.
Your dad ice raced for many years. He was an AMEC member in the 50s?
Yeah, he joined the club back in the late 50s.
So when they started ice racing in 64 or 5 AMEC, he got in on the ground floor, right?
Yep. Yeah.
And what was his car, his brand of choice?
He was running Fiats back then.
He was probably one of the only guys running a Fiat, right?
Yeah, he bought his first one back in 57 or 58. So he's had them since they've been importing them here pretty much.
And of course back then it was all rubber to ice, no studs.
Right.
So a lower powered car like a Fiat could probably do well.
He did good. They had different classes back then, so they had split drive, which made a big difference, and he did good in his class.
I'll bet. And what year did you start ice racing, Glenn?
Oh, somewhere in the mid-70s, 74, 75, I'm not sure exactly, when I turned 16.
As soon as you got your license?
Yeah.
And what was your first ice racing car?
I had a Fiat when I first started.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And
124 Fiat.
and I understand it was followed by a Barracuda?
Yeah, I ran a 65 Barracuda for a few years, and did well with it for what it was. So, that's when we first started getting into street studs on ice.
Oh, okay, that was studded, I was going to say. So, and the last AMEC has seen you racing, sort of, was the blue Corvair, what, 3, 4 years ago?
Black Corvair, yeah.
Black.
Yeah, it was about 3 years ago.
Well, we're glad to have you back, and you're putting a new Corvair together for this year, and boy, it's got an eye-popping paint job.
It'll be seen out there, that's for sure.
Oh, wow, looks great. What have you, okay, you've got the front suspension out of it, is that what we see over here?
Yeah, yeah. Resurrecting the old rusty crap that was in it.
Oh, it's all glass beaded or sandblasted and painted.
Yep.
What kind of changes have you made in the front end here, Glenn?
Well, for the most part, just freshened it up, but then
All the
changed
ball joints?
Yeah, ball joints and tie rod ends and idler arms, and just trying to tighten it up. I'm actually doing a little overkill on the suspension because I plan on running the car in the summertime too. So.
Right. I see you've got solid Heim joint lower control arms.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh, that's going to be good. So working with Bruce Carlton, you have a good handle on what kind of suspension these cars would like to run.
Well, he's been experimenting with them for years, and he's found some pretty good combinations. So he's done a lot of homework I don't have to do now.
So you've got your dash all made. Is that a steering quickener in there, Glenn?
Yeah, 2-to-1.
You need that with these rear-wheel drive cars, right? They're tail happy. You need to make quick steering corrections. I like that idea.
Yeah, it should help.
Glenn, where did you get this car to start building into a race car?
This is one I actually had painted. Well, I painted original color for Bruce. He was going to restore it and sell it as a street car for somebody. And it's been sitting for years since I painted it. He had done some more work on it since I had it, and just been sitting. So
This car is all sandblasted and painted underneath. It's almost like a show car, right?
yeah, well, the car's been on the rotisserie. The bottom of the car shines like the top of the car.
Wow.
Painted.
Let's see underneath the trunk. They still call it the hood, right? Even though the engine's in the back?
Yeah, well, if everybody asks will tell you a different story. So. So
Wow. How many gallon fuel cell?
15.
Well, this thing's really clean, Glenn.
Well,
Can't wait to see it all done with the... Well, you know, if I remember right, you're not one to put side windows in these cars, are you? Most people put Lexan glass in, but I've seen you driving out on the track with your arm out the window.
yeah, no, I definitely won't have all the windows in if I have any, and it's going to have a windshield in the back window. We'll
Right.
see outside windows.
Yeah,
I usually don't run them. It's a race car.
exactly.
It's got windows.
Yeah. Glenn, thanks for having us over. We appreciate it.
Okay.
Good luck. See you out on the ice.
Yeah, I hope I get out there in time. I'll make it eventually. We'll see if we get to the first race.
You have to burn the midnight oil.
Yeah. Yep.
We're right off of Route 30 in Mayfield, New York this morning. We've got a real treat for you. Dave Burnham is going to put his Maserati V6 on the dyno this morning. Dave, what are we doing this morning?
I'm going to try to put my engine on the dyno. Try to it up on the cradle here so we can hook it up to the dyno.
This is Jack Boyd.
This is me, yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'll bet you've never had a Maserati engine on your dyno
Never
before.
had a Maserati engine like that.
This ought to be quite an experience.
Oh, it's already.
Yep, you'll be famous or infamous after this.
That's right.
Let's see, we still need to come up with a front.
Dave, are we making pretty good headway here this morning?
Yeah, it's great. It's 11 o'clock. We got the motor hooked up, and we've actually started it so we know it runs. Looking forward to doing some pulls and dialing it in.
Yeah. Got your Maserati A-car headers on it, right?
That's right.
Going back into the exhaust system?
Put exhaust temperature probes in each one of them. And
Oh, that's right.
we got, we're monitoring everything. I guess if something goes wrong, and the dyno automatically shuts itself off, which is good.
Yeah. Oil temp's hooked up. Right now it's on 110 leaded racing gas,
Yep,
but you want to run your Stewart's regular like you normally run, right?
that's right. With the
Guess you don't have a 650, get your timing.
timing is set at 30.
Anything you want me to put in here, just let me know. You want to know anything about your valve flash, you got all that down, or?
Yep, I got all that.
How much?
A little more power.
248.
48.
227 torque.
Yeah, that was the best torque. You know what?
It was a very successful day today. Dave's a happy guy. Horsepower goals were met. Our ice racing preview continues. We're back at the DeLorenzo Racing Factory, right?
Here we are, Mike. Where we at now? We're approaching on middle of November.
Yeah,
We've got 7 weeks in Kamm for the first ice race I read on the AMEC.
right. Yep, work is commencing. I can see that.
Yeah, we're working along. Third racing's over, so we need something to do.
Brother Mike's putting this year's bullet together.
Yeah, got him out of bed. We got the crank in from last year and punching all the pistons in. Brand new forged pistons I got specially made.
Really?
For Dave, man. Dave's, I think he should be scared. He knew what was going on here.
This is the 215 Buick aluminum V8, right? Early 60s?
Yeah, early 60s.
That's what it started out as.
This is a rover block.
Yeah, this is a Rover block.
Because Rover bought out
Wasn't
the
it that?
patent. didn't
Yeah. 79, I think it's a 79 Rover.
it? Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
got some new pistons and rods over there, I
Those
see.
are the new pistons for this year.
Let's have a look. Show us the dome, Mike. Are they Ross pistons or Dyno?
JE.
JE? Ooh, nice. They stock rods?
Yep.
Very nice. New motor.
It's up for rent if Daryl needs it. Just gonna leave it here all assembled.
That's the 2002 Champion motor, right?
I don't think his snob motor we're gonna have enough this year, so if he wants to borrow this, he's welcome to. Or maybe Dave. Or Dave.
Oh boy. So let's see. You guys are the only guys running a V8 engine. Is that right?
Buick. I think we're the only ones. Everybody else has got V6s.
Ooh, look at the chassis.
Yeah, this is the all-new TO prototype chassis. I won't get into details on the changes or anything. I don't want to give any secrets away, but we got to see how it works.
Whoa. So this is a new car. This is not last year's car?
This is a new car.
Oh wow. I didn't know that. I thought you guys just repainted it.
No. We
Wow.
got to keep up with technology.
Holy cow.
So these are the two, we probably got a few days in here bolting everything on. All the connections, everything bolts up pretty much the same as the other one.
Yeah. All right, you guys. I'll let you finish watching the NASCAR race and let Mike build his magic motor here. Good luck to you, Mike and Matt. This is Mr. D. Thanks for having me over.
Pleasure to have you.
See you out on the ice, or maybe you'll come back one more time when you get the body on this brand new car. Take her easy.
Okay.
We're at BBL Motorsport today, the DeLorenzo's race shop. And from what I understand, 7A is ready to go. Let's go check it out. All right, here we are. What, 6 weeks later?
6 weeks, and supposed to be the first race of the year, the day before, but it looks like we got canceled. But as you can see, we're almost ready.
Yeah.
Lucky for Dave, we're not racing this weekend, Daryl. But 6 weeks later, I think last time we were here, Mike was putting the pistons in the engine. We had to move over to the bigger shop. We had to come over to the BBL Motorsport shop where we got the scales set up. Just doing a little tweaking, Mike.
Yeah, it looks good. Look at that. You got it all bolted up on the scales. Got
Yeah.
the setting the alignment as well. Ride height.
Yeah.
All right, what do we got? Some new body work in back of the car?
Yeah, back here we added some secret sail panels back here in
Wow.
the back. Help catch some air.
Yeah.
Hopefully it'll work. See what happens.
Just
We
like the
gotta try
1A used to have, right?
something. Just like the 1A.
Yeah.
Yep.
So how's this new?
Right?
Yeah.
But we added the big 4-barrel on there for
Oh.
Daryl. That's just for Daryl.
That's right. Last year you were running a, what, 500 CFM
Yeah,
2-barrel?
2-barrel.
So how big's this carburetor?
That's a 650 with some secret work done to it.
Oh, wow. Oh, boy. It's going to be some top-end charts this year.
Oh yeah. And we want to take a look around the back here, Mike. Show you what Daryl and Dave are going to be staring at. Probably turn on the rear light to show up.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, that's what they're going to be looking at.
So, how many years have you won A-Class? The last two, right?
99, 2001, and 2002, I believe.
All right.
Yeah.
So you're the defending champ, and
Defending champ.
looks like you've got the car to defend the championship this year.
See?
Putting it forth quite an effort.
But we never scaled the car before like this. I did last year a little bit, but we figure we'll tweak it. Use a lot of stuff we did from the dirt car, and apply it to this car. And I think it'll work. You can see where we got marks painted on the floor for the dirt car. They're a little bit off,
Yeah.
but it's close. The floor, we got the floor all lasered. These pads, scale pads, are all on leveling plates, so everything is dead nut zero.
Yeah.
I mean, if they
Matt uncovered the carb, and he's going to fire it up for us. Make a little noise in this garage.
ready?
Sure. good. Thanks again, Matt, and good luck. We've got some more shop tours coming up for you shortly. Right now, it's time to head out to the races. Here we are at Warner's Lake, first race of 2003. Tech inspection is commencing. Go check the new front wing on Daryl's car. Do that again, Daryl. I want to see the mechanism. There we go. Right off an F-15. Lucas Weston's new 9000 turbo. Look at that ram air induction he's got.
That's legal. I read the rules.
Lucas, I'm glad to see your new car out here.
Thank you, sir.
Good luck with it.
Thank you, sir.
Turbocharged, right? 2.3? Oh, you never know.
Just changed the oil.
I just changed the oil. What do we got going here? Cameras out. Lower the hood. Ooh, green valve cover.
Testing and tuning.
Who's driving this? How many drivers this year?
Here's
Jeremy?
the driver. Yeah.
Drives this. Me and her drive that.
All right.
That one has flames. I hear that one goes quick.
Yeah, we're quick.
Ooh, looking good. I like the detail work.
Thanks. Lots of hours.
Yeah, it looks
Lots
good.
of hours.
Wow. Ought to be awesome this year.
That's right.
Hopefully, if we can get it running right.
Good luck.
Thanks.
We're with Jeremy Kramer. This is his 83 GTI. Jeremy, how many hours you put in this car in the last few weeks?
I got about 200 hours in about 2.5 weeks or so. All
Holy
day,
cow.
all night.
And we saw the nice fresh motor underneath the hood. What have you got in the interior here?
I did a whole custom harness in the car. I got my battery turn on, checks my volt, make sure I have battery power. This is my coil and my fuel pump. Turn that on. I got my fan, my heater,
Yeah.
my front wipers, my rear wipers for the back, and this starts everything up. Dummy light for the oil pressure switch, oil gauge, temperature sensor,
Looks lightweight and sounds fast.
and the steering wheel comes off.
Good job, Jeremy.
Thanks. Hopefully
Hey.
it runs good.
All righty. Good luck out on the ice today.
Thank you.
Thank you. You like my stoplight? Like the stoplight? Butch Bolton and Mike Rock, the former owner and crew.
That is definitely the most unique stoplight there is in ice racing. That's for sure.
Mike, how does it sound?
Sounds good. I think it ought to be fast. Not as fast as it was before.
Sounds good, Claude.
Yeah,
Good luck, my man.
this is gonna be new.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna be all different. I'll see if I can keep it going straight around the track. Front way.
Yeah.
Welcome to the 2003 first AMEC pit meeting. Our president, Mr. Dave Burnham.
Everybody, can you hear me?
Yep.
All right. I want to thank you all for coming. Looks like we got a pretty good turnout today. Also, thank you for being flexible, racing on a Saturday. The motorcycles are going to be here tomorrow. If you have web access, you probably, and are on the email list, you've noticed the trouble we've gone to try to find a good lake. You wouldn't think it'd be this hard with this cold weather, but it has been. Now I think they're all good, so we'll be able to race till June.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's the drill down here. My drill's only 17 inches long and buried the chuck, so and didn't go through. So we're in good shape. Want to thank Daryl Carl, Bill Lawyer, J.J. Kramer, and Tom DeLorenzo for plowing this track. It'll be a little of everything, so it'll be interesting. Couple things you gotta keep in mind. The track was plowed a few days ago. The snowbanks are kind of hard, and I know Dick is going to mention it, but if you get into them, probably going to roll over, so stay out of them. And this is what we're going to do. The new rule that AMEC voted in this year is that there will be no contact in street legal. That's none. If you have any type of contact with another car, you will be removed from the race. Now, I don't care if it's an accident, the wind blows your car into another car, I don't care what it is. If we can determine who hit who, the offender, whoever hit the person, is going to come out and sit out for the race. They can go back in later. If we can't determine who hit who, both of you are coming out. And that's the only, last year I had lots of problems dealing with street legal. I'm not doing it this year. This is pretty straightforward. Whatever the corner workers call in to start finish, if you see a black flag and it's your car, I want you to stop there to tell you what it was. And if it's for hitting another car, just calmly drive into the pits. I don't want to hear anybody ranting and raving or anything. The only thing you should be doing if you open your mouth is to take a breath of air, all right? That's it. Nothing. I don't want to hear a peep. And whatever they say is final, whether they're right or wrong. It's just it. There's a lot of nice cars in street legal, and when somebody hits you or you do the hitting, I want you to think instead of, oh, I'm gonna miss the rest of the race, is, oh, that's gonna cost me $2 grand to fix my car at the body shop, which is what you really should be thinking, because a lot of these cars are nice cars. So, I don't know if it's new this year or not, but if you're stuck in the back and somebody hits you, the guy that hits you is going to have a severe penalty. Now, I can't remember what it is.
Out for the rest of that race.
Yeah, you're
disqualified for the rest
yeah,
of the race.
so that, you know, they're going to talk about the blue flags and like that, but if there's a car stuck in the bank and it's been there for 2 or 3 laps and you hit them on the 4th lap, you know, you really, we should just shoot you. Okay?
Standing atop the new AMEC flag stand at the start-finish line, our starter flagger Mike Glock is headed this way to take his spot. First A, B, and C race is ready to go out, right, Mike?
10-4. Turn all them crazy A cars loose.
Who built these steps up for this platform? Oh, good man, I like it.
Amazing what you can do with a hatchet and a box of nails.
Matt DeLorenzo in the 7A. 215 V8 Buick powered A-class car on the outside. Daryl Carl sporting the wing on his hood. Dave Burnham on the inside, 48. Next, Claude Hutchings, 84A, first time out. With this car, that's powered by Buick V6, 231. The snowplow crews are finishing up clearing the track between heats, and they're heading into the pits. This will be the first A, B, and C race of 2003. This is Dave Clark in the 323 GTX Mazda all-wheel drive. DeLorenzo's about to lap Darrell Carl, I believe. Matt's got this. This is Rich Hill in the Mazda MX-6. Dana Hutchings on the outside, a good pass. Matt DeLorenzo, your winner in A-Class. Dave Burnham, second place. Butch is on the scene. Oh, he's got some pulling power, look at that. Some rowdy snowmobilers here making some noise.
Line right up at the cone. Okay. Okay?
Dave and Josh co-drive this car in all-wheel drive. All right, fellas? We're going to take a step back into the preseason again. This is at Claude Hutchings' shop, and he was working on the 84A.
Those ruggles like 274 cubic inch though?
It's 3.8 doing.
question.
You only pour
Last
so
time
much.
I knew, they weren't 3.8.
I think you want to check that.
I think you better check that.
Mike, you looking forward to seeing the old horse ride again?
Absolutely. And go ahead and kick butt. You guys are experiencing your...
Might look like a lot. I mean,
contractions.
I know it's a lot of work there, right? That much work.
You're gonna be quite surprised when this thing goes sailing by.
The big work is putting the pedals in. Putting the brake lines and that's easy. And putting the wiring in, that's just a few hours here, a few hours there. Got that off eBay, Mike. That was cheap. Except for the stuff to go with it wasn't cheap.
What, this quartermaster bell housing?
That's on tape.
Claude, I want to take a picture of your pretty cylinder heads here while they're still pretty.
We can all pair them now.
Old versus the new, right, Sam?
The only thing I see different on this side is they put a little recess in here around that one bolt hole.
Yeah.
That, you know, from here down to there, and you can see more of that bolt hole for, for the drain back. But that don't matter, because that's oil, Oiled oil.
Well, unfortunately, Claude was having some early teething problems with his new Buick V6 engine, and one of the cylinder heads was off because they were investigating some coolant in the oil. But while I was at Claude's shop, I bumped into Sam Patterson, a former AMEC ice racer, and he showed us his Saab 96 and talked a little bit about the old days of AMEC ice racing.
All right, we're with Sam Patterson. Sam's a former AMEC ice racer right from the beginning, I think, right, Sam?
Not exactly the beginning. I think it's 1965. That was my first ice race. That was up on Lake George, and it was kind of interesting in a way because someone told me that there were racing cars up on Lake George, sports cars and sedans. So my brother and I went up there to just take a look and see what was happening. And I saw Morgans out there and Porsches, a lot of Saabs. Some Saabs that were complete, all two-stroke, of course. There was one I remember that was cut down. It was a cut-down Saab. He did very well. It was just like a lawn chair on top of a Saab chassis. He was, I think he was from Elbridge, New York. As a matter of fact, a number of the racers that weekend were from Elbridge. They had 3 or 4 Saabs. The guy with the Morgan, and I remember him. He was exceptionally, Morgan did exceptionally well, and he used to adjust his seat by blowing it up, which is kind of real. It's going way back in sports car history.
It sounds like there was a lot of creativity back in those days.
Oh yeah, because no one knew what the secrets were, and tires. I guess there's a whole science about tires, because some guys use lacquer thinner on their tires. It was only rubber to ice, although I believe you could use walnut shells if you wanted to. Cycling was big, then something called tractionizing, which is kind of like taking the...
Sort of rollers with pins and needles,
Yeah,
right?
right. It was like pins and needles, and if you put your car up on there and then ran it, after a while you get like a sponge. Then throw some lacquer thinner on that, and pretty soft tire.
Who was the guy who first was using those techniques? Do you remember who was cutting edge back then?
Guys from Maine.
Really?
There was a lot of guys from Maine. There was Huck Spalding was there, who was an early ice racer. Fred Carl. Fred Carl and Huck Spalding were always out in front.
Sam, tell us about this ice racing plaque here that you've got. Evidently, you were racing in Lake George in 1970.
1970, that was a big race. That was at Lake George, and that's one of the only money races.
Really?
I forget how much they offered, because I didn't see any of it, but it was, I think it was like $1,000 or $2,000 or $5,000.
Wow.
That sticks in my mind. And it was a pretty good crowd there that weekend. The overall prize was taken by a guy by the name of Homer Trotter, who was a Saab dealer from, I think it is Watertown, up towards the Canadian border. And he at one time had won the Canadian Winter Rally.
Really?
he came down with one of the special cars that Saab used for rallying. It was an orange car that they supposedly built about 50 of. No undercoating, just used for racing, stock engine, that sort of thing. But I'm sure that the car that he was driving wasn't stock.
Yeah, it was a rally prep car.
It was a rally. It seemed like a rally prep car. And one thing I remember distinctly is that he had some kind of a wine flask that he used to sip on the back stretch. And there was a long back stretch there. It was a long race. It was something like 45 minutes.
A wine flask in the back?
Yeah. Well, he had a wine flask. That I think he had it around his neck. I'm not certain. But that's the story.
Those were the days, weren't they?
Those were.
Holy cow. Sam, can you remember any races from the past where you really did well and you had a really good day?
Yes, I can describe to you one race where I did well for a short time, and that was I don't know what the year was, maybe 1960, 67, 68. My brother was working for Dow Chemical Company at that time, and they were trying to market a product for tires. It was something to get you out of a situation where you were stuck in the ice or snow. And he sent me the product, which hadn't been marketed yet, in a small can. And it was a resin type of formula that you sprayed on the tire. And then you spun the tire, and then, which I suppose distributed the resin around the tire, and then you drove it away. You were supposed to be able to drive out of a situation where you were stuck. Well, I used it in the finale of a race up in Lake George, and on the gridding, which there are, I think, perhaps 30 cars, I was 25th. And before the race started, where I was getting, we were gridding up, I got out of my car and put this stuff on I got the spray can out, and I sprayed it on all the tires. And everyone's looking at me, they're laughing at me, and I was trying to hurry because the race was just about ready to start. I remember I received the only injury I got during ice racing because I slipped and fell, hit my knee on the bumper. So I was able to limp into the car, get into the car, fasten the seatbelt. Then the race started, and the traction was incredible. It was
Wow.
the first lap. I passed on the inside. I passed like 5 cars, 10 cars, 15 cars.
Wow.
And finally, by the backstretch, I was up in second place. And I know it was surprising. A lot of the Saabs that were at the head of the field.
Little beetle bug came blowing by him.
Yeah, right. Especially on the inside. And so it's like out on the straightaway. And what had happened on the straightaway in the last few races was a water hole had opened up, and I had an air cleaner that I usually used on the car, but I put in like a velocity stack that I made out of an old oil can, and actually it worked pretty good, so I kept it on there. And as soon as I hit the water hole, it must have sucked all the water into the engine because the car stalled. It started to spin around, and just as I was spinning around, 2 Saabs passed me, and one of them just clicked. It just hit me. I think it was like a superb job of driving. I mean, they were traveling high speed at that time, and so I went off into the bank. The car was stuck in the bank, and I jumped out of the car because it was a pretty precarious position because the entire field came by, and that was kind of scary too because I was going backwards and they're all heading towards me. So I jumped out of the car. I got out, and that was the race, except for later an MGB came by and smashed in the front of the car.
Oh, man. So how about that? Was everybody looking for that product after that race?
Well, after that race, I think they put a new rule. I believe I was asked about it, or something to that effect.
That prompted a new rule, huh?
Yes, it was a new rule. No foreign substances could be put on the tire.
Oh, no kidding.
So it worked great. I didn't expect it to work that good, but that was a real good feeling.
Great story. Thanks, Sam.
Okay.
So, Sam, show us this on the column 4-speed transmission.
Right, it's a 4-speed transmission. 1, 2, 3, 4. The reverse is towards you and back. Now the method of adjustment, for the gear shift is to move this column back and forth. That's
wow!
And I haven't done yet. I haven't done that yet since I put in the engine and gearbox.
Does the entire steering column telescope or just the shift?
No, it's just
mechanism?
this. This is it's
Oh,
just
you don't
not
have that
bolted
bolted
down.
on right
so,
now.
So this could telescope, yeah.
Yeah.
And but it looks like it will be.
Well, Sam, thank you very much. It was great talking with you.
Okay, thank you, Mike.
We're back at Warner's Lake today for the second AMEC regular season race of the year. Studs on Ice went very well yesterday. Josh, what are you fixing here?
Oh, nothing.
I smell some car kind of odor.
No, that's over there.
Oh, that's somebody else's clutch?
Yeah, this is a black Nissan down there, I think. There's smoke coming up with it.
Uh-oh, I hope not.
Number 7, I think it is.
Little street legal humor. Good luck today, guys.
Thanks a lot, Mike.
This is Carol Blacker's four-wheel drive Honda Civic. Her daughter Lauren, first time today racing with AMEC. How about Art Mayhew here? Tell us about your Quattro Coupe, Art. What year is it?
An 83.
Wow, it's really unique. I like it. How many years did they make coupes like that?
They only brought them in here from 82 until 85. They still made them in Europe and in England.
Wow.
Brought them into England until like 1990.
Is this the car Dave Burnham was referring to in the driver's meeting, that you can't even buy fenders for it anymore?
So.
Wow. Has it got a turbo engine or is it normally aspirated?
Turbo. 5-cylinder turbo.
How many liters is a 5-cylinder turbo?
This should have a 2.2 in it.
Wow, that's good. How did warm-up go for you?
Going good.
Felt nice?
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm used to a little more traction.
Yeah, the track will get a little bit better later, I think.
Well, I'm used to the Menard tires.
Oh, that's right, yeah. That's right. Flip of the throttle from Matt DeLorenzo. Yeah. Thank you, Art. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
This is little Artie Mayhew. He's going to give his dad some tire advice on air pressures. What's the setup today, Artie?
The rear wheels 28 pounds and the front 24 pounds.
All right. Artie's been coming with his dad to the races for, geez, almost 8 years now?
He goes to the track with me every summer.
I remember him operating the flatbed truck,
yeah.
Right? When he was just barely tall enough to reach the lever.
Yeah, years ago.
This will be the first D&E race in the morning. And they're off. Richard Graham is in the lead on his first lap, halfway through. Pat Stringer in the Del Sol's running second. Make that third. Mike DeLorenzo started very much last. He actually got out on the track after the pack left. He's trying to catch up right now. He's in the back. Here comes Rich Graham in the Volvo. John Subic in the old Civic. There's Eric Roscoe working corner station number 3. Good man. Third lap coming around. Jim Dyno. Here comes Glen Watkins. He's got his freshly prepared Corvair out for the first time. This should be Jeremy Kramer in the Rabbit. like there's been a lead change. Jeff Lehner's moved up front in the Rabbit. Well, looks like Jeremy Kramer's in the lead. No, he was being lapped. My mistake. Here comes your leader, Jeff Lehner. George Lyons coming around with his golf. This is Graham Jones in the Escort. Last year's champ, Mike DeLorenzo. Whoa! He's still in it, baby. Fine first gear. Jimmy was testing the rev limiter on that one. One lap to go. Jeff Lehner's going to take this one pretty easy. You can see he's got a couple of corner advantage on anybody else in his class, so he's flying. Watkins front engine rear-wheel drive. One of very few such cars in AMEC ice racing. There's your winner on his cool-down lap, Jeff Lehner. This should be the finishing order coming around right now. There's Butch. He doesn't waste any time getting to work. Here's the new car I was telling you about during the race, and we have a new racer. Tell us your name.
Joe Ferreira from East Hartford, Connecticut.
Wow, you come all the way from East Hartford. Wow.
2 hours ago.
Wow, pleasure to have you. Tell us about your Nissan here. You know, I'm always interested in Nissans, being a Nissan guy.
It's actually an enduro car. It's 87 200 SX, independent rear, 5-speed. It's got a 2-liter in it. I built it as an enduro car last year and figured I'd come up here and try it on the ice.
Wow, it's the first time racing with Menard tires?
First time on the ice with any tires.
Hey, you look, you know, good out there. I'll tell you, the car moved right along.
A little low on power, but
it's quite a knack to drive a rear-wheel drive car, and it's a bit more work as well.
I think if I can get out of the turns a little better, then I have a better chance on the straightaway.
Yeah.
I've been taking down 2 snowbanks that run.
Oh, really?
I didn't get stuck the first time out.
You were out there helping them plow?
Yeah.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, and have a good day today.
Thanks. You too.
Together, see the flange? Come here to park the flange.
Hate to get you guys at a bad time. How's everything going here?
Fast, but
You got a little bit of between rounds work?
that's right.
You guys look really good, though. I'll tell you, you were flying.
That's what we like to hear.
You bet. These guys are not stuck for tools. Check this out.
Thank God.
Holy cow! Got some shiny front struts in this baby. This is not a budget operation here. We got brand new tires on it, and they're flying. There's the green on the first A, B, and C race. There's your leader, Matt DeLorenzo, is out of the race. We don't know what happened yet. I think he's parked at flag station number 1. Yeah, there he is. There's Butch. Working station 2, Claude Hutchings in leading B class.
Now on the day I was born, the nurses all gathered round, and they gazed in wide wonder at the joy they had found. The head nurse spoke up, said, "Leave this one alone." She could tell right away that I was bad to the bone, bad to the bone, bad to the bone, bad, bad, bad to the bone. I broke 1,000 hearts before I met you. I'll break 1,000 more, baby, before I am through. I wanna be yours, pretty baby, yours and yours alone. I'm here to tell you, honey, that I'm bad to the bone, bad to the bone, bad, bad to the bone. rich woman beg, and I make a good woman steal. I make an old woman blush, and I make a young girl squeal. I wanna be yours, pretty baby, yours and yours alone. I'm here to tell you, honey, that I'm bad to the bone. Bad. Bad. Bad to the bone.
I'm using Claude's plow truck as a filming platform. Here comes Claude. Claude, you're shaking the truck.
Bad. Bad to the bone.
Dave Burnham will win the race in A class. Second place, Darryl Carl. We're in the finale, about 4 laps in. Here's your leader, Dave Burnham. Here comes Darryl in hot pursuit. Claude Hutchings leading B class. Dana's moving up on Claude. Comes Pat Stringer. In the 9,000 RPM Honda Del Sol. Look at Dyno moving up on Claude. Oh! Mike DeWeese in the number 8. You think I'm standing in a bad spot? Taking the lead. Here's Dick Vedder, your course marshal. I just missed it. Darrell had a stop and go penalty. Got black flagged and came in for a stop and go, so Dave Burnham was back in the lead. Something's hanging off the front of Dave Burnham's car. It doesn't sound good. My Glock's getting the checkered flag ready. Here comes Dave Burnham for the win. Dana finishes in front of Claude. And here comes John Subic to take the E-Class win over Mike DeWeese's Mazda. Okay, I'm going to head up to the third AMEC race of the season on Casiuna Lake up near Greenwich, New York. Here we are on Casiuna Lake. Dick Vetter's first weekend in street legal. He's unloading his car. It's a 2000 Ford ZX2. Good morning, Dick. Car looks beautiful. Good morning. This is Bob Rietmeyer, one of our longtime E-Class members, right, Bob?
That's right. Running a D-Class car this year. Changed from the Dodge Colt Mitsubishi Mirage. Going to run Volkswagen 92 GTI. Hopefully we'll have some more success this weekend. And our first weekend out, we kind of expired the old engine that was in it. So wish me luck, and we'll have some fun at Casiuna.
You bet. What engine did you put in it for this week?
Oh, it's another high-quality used engine.
Well, all right. The car's looking really good, Bob. Have a great day on the ice.
Okay, Mike. Thanks.
That's DeLorenzo putting his wing on, getting ready for the day. Warming up his motor with a little salamander. Yeah, this is Chris Weston and his son Lucas Weston driving the 28B Turbo Saab. Lucas is dialing in a few more horsepower this morning. Right? You got it. We got the hood up this week. Last interview I did with you, you wouldn't even tell us what size motor was in it. You said all you did was change the oil.
That's all I did.
That's all I did. So what's this ram here on the hood? What's that hooked up to?
That's the oil cooler.
Oh,
that's his design.
I see it. I like that.
Short lines, oil cooler inside there. Battery on the other side.
Very important on a turbo car.
Yes, it is.
All right.
Plenty of oil.
Oh, we'll see you guys out there later.
Great.
Cinch your belts down tight. I hear the track's a little on the rough side.
You wouldn't know it by walking around.
Exactly.
It's on a Pep Boys specials. And,
I'd like you to meet Bob Ortiz. It's the first time racing with AMEC today. Is that right, Bob?
Yep. Yeah.
He's going to run D-Class. He's got a Miata.
Right. It's spec Miata with studded tires.
Yeah, let's see what he's going to run for tires today. This can't be those. These are Toyo Proxys. So this car's right off the road course, right, Bob?
Yeah.
He's still got the slick tires on it, but he's going to change them over. He's got some home-built tires with screws in them, which AMEC hasn't seen in many years, so this ought to be kind of interesting. Welcome to the club, Bob.
It's great to be here.
This is
Cody. This is Cody, and he's 10.5 months old.
Oh, wow.
He's huge.
Yeah.
He's pure German.
The beautiful dog. This, of course, is Scott Freeburn from Vermont. Gonna run street legal. We got another pretty decent-sized field today, Scott.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Great track, too. It only took me a half hour to get here. I like it.
Oh, that's right. You're yeah.
Right
This
in my backyard.
right over the border for you.
Yes, sir.
All right. Cody's your mascot, right?
He's a good boy.
Yeah. Good thing he's got a strap on. Otherwise, he would have had my leg for breakfast.
Yep.
Nah, he's a cute dog.
Yeah, he's very good.
We're riding in what's the number? 78? What's your car number?
70.
70. We're riding in the number 70 street legal Saab. This is Mohammed Karajik. He's got a few missing studs. We're gonna go nurse his tires before we get out there this morning, right?
Good.
Brought my stud gun, brought a few studs. We gotta hook it up. Here comes Gerard this morning. Tech is just getting set up now. I see the sign. Oh, there it is right there. There was a last-minute change for Bob Ortiz. His studded tires didn't pass tech inspection, so I loaned him a set of street legal tires. So he ran street legal with us on this day. D&E's going out for the first heat race of the day. Randy Davis, who's second in points. There he goes. He's having a little trouble. They're still on the pace lap. Mike Glock was going out to help him. Cloud of dust. Pat Stringer's in the lead with the Del Sol. Mike DeLorenzo has taken the lead. This is the second lap coming around. Mike Deweese is off in the number 8 E-car. That's Nathan Wright Scirocco. Looks like Mike's back on the track. There's little Tiffany with her dad, Butch Bolson, and Matt Richards. Working station number 2. So Mike DeLorenzo, after having a lot of problems last week, back in form, back in front.
See you later, alligator.
Well, I saw my baby walking, ready for another man today. Well, I saw my baby walking, ready for another man today. When I asked her what's the matter, this is what I heard her say. See you later, alligator. After a while, crocodile. See you later, alligator. After a while, crocodile. Can't you see you're in my way now? Don't you know you're trampling thought of what she told me nearly made me lose my head. When the thought of what she told me nearly made me lose my head. But the next time that I saw her, reminded her of what she said. See you later, alligator, after wild crocodile. See you later, alligator, after wild crocodile. Can't you see you're in my way now? Don't you know you can't my style?
One lap to go. Mike DeLorenzo's got this one all to himself. Second place is going to be Pat Stringer in the Del Sol. It's a battle for third. That's Joe Farino's 200SX. Looks like he's got a broken strut. I'm not too surprised. The track's pretty rough today. Mike DeLorenzo's going to take the win. First D&E class race of the day. Well, he put a pretty good whooping on him because second place is still on the other side of the course, which would be Pat Stringer. Rich Graham in third, Jim Kramer in fourth. This is Dana Hutchings Saab Turbo. He's running C-Class, and he's doing extremely well this year. Good luck, Dana. We're going out for the first A, B, and C heat race.
I know.
Colin, you building a racetrack here? Well, look at him race. Look at that. You got studded tires on those cars? Oh, you better roll up the windows. Those cars are full of snow.
It's a convertible.
Yeah.
The red one is a convertible.
Colin,
What?
how old are you, buddy?
4.
Look at the camera. I want to see your face. How old are you?
4.
Wow, how many ice race cars did you bring today? A lot. That's a good answer. All right. Who do you want to win today? Hey, you got any favorites?
I was pretty very last. Now
You?
now
Yeah. Do you like that? Do you like that yellow car out on the track right now with the big wing on top? He's our man, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that's what he said he liked.
Yeah. All right. Good boy. First A, B, and C race. Big Vetter keeping an eye on things, making sure the race goes smoothly. Who's in the scoring vehicle today, Mike? Jamie Burnham, Becky Glock, Joy Richards? That's it. Okay. 3 today. I just heard he hit 3 cones and he's getting a black flag. That should make the race interesting. Carl is now in the lead. Dave Burnham second. Oh, Matty's right back in it. But that stop and go didn't hurt Matty too bad. Whoa! Nice move. Matty's wings coming apart. It's not slowing him down much. Claude's leading B class. Looks like Rich Hill's leading C class at the moment, the Mazda. Dana in second. Billy in third. Dick Stewart's trying to chase that Mazda down. That Mazda's turbo driven. Three out of 4 of those cones are the ones Matty hit earlier in the race. You could see ADC comes really close to those as well. Checkered flag's been thrown. Matty DeLorenzo has come back this week after problems last week and won A class. First heat. Plowing air with that wing and everything. Right, Eric's our crack corner worker here that happened to be the one to call in the black flag for Matty.
And Mike didn't give him enough time.
Should have made him stop wait a little longer, right, Eric?
Make it more of a race.
For 3 cones, you should have. Oh boy. Little fun down here on Station 2. At the helm. Picking up pieces of race car, right? What do you got there, Tiff? Piece of somebody's window? What else? Piece of Matt DeLorenzo's wing? Look at that pretty stainless steel. They don't fool around over there at the DeLorenzo camp. All right. Keeping the lake clean. The open class is getting ready to go out. First heat.
It's Brian Seafried in the 96D, the black Honda, the red Honda, Larry Flieger, Ed Lyons in the Golf, followed by Rich Hill in the Mazda. It's Rob Reed's car, I'm not sure who's driving it, and that's Joey Farino in the Datsun 200 SX.
This will be the first open heat race. Andy Stewart pulled right out in the lead in this race. I bet he'll keep it. Just cruising. They're second place on the other side of the lake. So he's in no particular hurry. Must be a stop and go here. In the race.
Pete Vandekar now moves up to 3rd place in the Volvo.
Big Volvo horsepower showing there. There goes Amanda Hennessy in their Volkswagen. Rich Hill is driving the ADC Mazda. They say his front bumper's hanging. I think that's why he got black flag. And that's Eddie Lyons in the Golf. This is the last lap of the Open I'm going to film. I got to get in line for street legal. see the second D&E race. First lap coming around. Jim Kramer in the lead. Jim. Rich Graham currently in third place. Nathan Wright in fourth. There was the pass. Jeff Lehner's Rabbit sounds like it's on 3 cylinders. Jeff Lehner's running real well for only having 75% of his horsepower. Sounds like he's got at least 1 cylinder out. Comes your leader, Mike DeLorenzo. Nathan got by Dick Graham. Ooh. Jeff Lehner's Rabbit picked up the 4th cylinder. Sounded good that time. Johnny Subic in the Honda. Graham Jones. Jimmy Goddard's got a cone under his car. White flag's out, last lap. There's the checkered right there. Mike DeLorenzo wins the second D&E race. I think Nathan Wright is in second place in the Scirocco. Nathan changed his motor in the Scirocco over the week, so he's running good today. And Jeff Lehner picked up all the cylinders and finished in third. Richard Graham, the Volvo fourth. Attaboy, Rick. What, a sun comes out for the cool down lap. There goes George Lyons.
Rich Froelich wasn't in much of a mood to talk. He inadvertently ran into the back of Rob Reed's green 99D Rabbit.
Second lap of the second A, B, and C.
Who let 'em booze on
Maddie's passing everything in sight. The cameraman's cuckoo. DeLorenzo, first place in A class. Dave Burnham, second place. Claude Hutchings will be the winner in B class when he gets here. Third place in A, Darrell Carl. Lucas Weston, second place B class in the Turbo 9000 Saab. Third place, first place in C class, Dick Stewart. Gotta see my friend Kiwi. Mr. and Mrs. DeLorenzo's are here. Hey, and little Kiwi is here. Hi, sweetie. She doesn't come outside, right? She doesn't have her little booties. Keep her little paws warm. Pat Stringer, you came back with a bald tire, never before seen in a Menard class. What happened?
Well, I decided, you know, the street legal is getting so popular.
Yeah, there you go.
To take the studs out and give it a try.
How did you lose every single stud in the tire? I never saw that done before.
I don't recommend it.
I mean,
yeah, it was too much power.
I thought you were going to tell me that if your fender hit it and sheared them all off. No?
Actually, another car got into me.
Oh.
And I think I caught his bumper.
Oh, okay.
The tire was fully turned.
So there was a lathe involved.
A lathe.
It was sort of like
the. Good word.
Yeah, it was kind of like a lathe. Took them off. And that's a street legal tire almost.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Made a real.
Rob Reed, a tough race out there this time around, I'm sorry to say.
Yeah, we all had a great time, and then somebody introduced themselves behind.
You had a little damage beyond your control, it looks like.
Well, you know, my coffee was spilling, and I couldn't get the lid back on, so I pulled over to get the lid.
Oh, boy.
And I was stopped.
Yeah.
Somebody ran into me. So, but hey,
well,
I backed up.
You have any more taillights at home?
And then I pulled my header.
Oh, you know, I saw something dangling from the back of your car. Was that your muffler this morning?
I'm always losing.
Something was falling off of it.
I probably lose my muffler once every other day.
It was pretty loud when you went by.
Well, you know.
Sorry to see that, but I'm glad to see you're still having fun, Rob.
Back out there.
You bet.
See ya.
Dana, what happened to your car? It looked a little slow out there.
Can I cry or what?
What happened?
I was coming through the turnover by Butch, and next thing you know, there was a horrendous noise, and the car jumped, and third gear went. Went to go to fourth, and there's no fourth gear.
So you drove the race?
Drove it in second and fifth.
Oh, boy.
I finished fourth.
And now you're looking for a ride for the finale, right?
Now I'm looking for a ride for the finale.
And you're first in stock championship points. We'll see how many friends you have today.
That's right.
Oh, man.
Go class, getting ready to go.
Thanks to Jim Rietmeyer for videotaping this race. I'm going to name as many as I can here. Gerard Michny, Scott Freeburn, Phil Lepore, Mike Kamm, Mohammed Karajic, John Hines, John Lutz, Jeff Denmead, Chris Risen, Dick Vetter, Bill Stallings, Josh Teresco, and Bob Ortiz in the Mazda.
Here comes Street Legal cars for their second race of the day. Rounding the final turn. Flagger. There's the green flag.
2, do it, now. Everybody sing. When I'm eastbound and down, loaded up and trucking, we gonna do what they say can't be done. We got a long way to go, and ain't short time to get there. I'm eastbound to watch your bandit run. Now keep your foot hard on the pedal, son, never mind them brakes. Let it all hang out, cause we gotta run the bait. Well, the boys are thirsty in Atlanta, and there's beer in Texarkana. We'll bring it back no matter what it takes. Eastbound and down, loaded up and trucking, we gonna do what they say can't be done. We got a long way to go, and a short time to get there. I'm eastbound to watch our bandit run. Son. Got them heels on, he's hot on your trail. He ain't gonna rest till you're in jail. So you got to dodge it, you got to duck it. Gotta keep that diesel trucking. Put that hammer down and give it hell. Everybody, eastbound and down, loaded up and trucking. We gonna do what they say can't be done. We got a long way to go, and a short time to get there. I'm eastbound to watch your bandit run. Watch your bandit
run. Come by the checkered flag. Right there. Number 7 Street Legal. Here comes the rest of the finishers. There's some more of them. As a few more of them make their way around the last corner. We're now for a fight to the finish. But a little bit too anxious. Some more of the finishers. Here they are to round out the field. The last of the Street Legal second heat.